Welcome to Coach Hayes Football Live. He can talk about anything from high school to the pros. This guy knows the game, so you better not be half-stepping.
I can guarantee you most of the audience is going to agree with me before they agree with you.
Strap in, because Coach Hayes is about to
crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Go ahead,
right here, right now.
Subscribe now and check out CoachHayesFootball.com.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Check it out, man. It's a different scene. I hope everything look good. I'm out here hunting. That's what I do, man. I do it on my Christmas break. I'm trying something new, so please let me know real quick in the comment section. Everything look good. I'm bringing the show to wherever I go, man. I'm in the middle of nowhere, man. Look here. All this land, we get to hunt deer, hogs, coyotes, everything. So I hope everything looks good. Do me a quick favor. Let me see here. Let me make sure everything sounds good, looks good. We're gonna jump straight into it because I'm not gonna be long. You understand what I'm saying? Because I gotta get back in the woods and go get that big boy with the hat rack on it, if you know what I'm talking about. So real quick, man, please let me know in the comment section everything looks good before I get started. I don't want to be talking to cyberspace. I want to talk to all my subscribers and viewers. So let me know if everything sounds good. All right, sounds great. Appreciate that. Right here, my driver guy sounds great. How about the video? Everything looks good. Hey, we working off a hotspot right now. So we don't have Wi-Fi. We ain't connected. We good to go, man. Let's jump straight into this thing, man. Let me see here while I'm waiting. Also, start a watch party. Get this thing jumping, man. I'm going to try and open the phone lines. Hopefully it'll work. So we're going to make sure we get that going too as well. Joe, man, what's going on with you, man? Long time no hear, man. He said everything's good. Perfect. All right, let's do it. Brother James says the video is not good. I apologize, but if you can hear my voice, we can roll with it. I'm trying. It look good on my end, but we on a hot spot. We in the middle of nowhere, bro. But we still gonna go live with it. You understand? I can't sit up here and leave my people without my opinions, and I want to talk to my folks, man. So I apologize about the video maybe not being the greatest right now, but we're gonna make it happen. Right here, Lakers all day. Hope we see a deer. Hey, you might see one pop by there, man. There's plenty of them out here. You understand what I'm saying? So hopefully, man, we get to see one. I know I'm looking crazy, and I got my little logo on my hat. I'm ready to go, man. Let me see here. All right, so like I said, I hope the video, it does get a little better, but if it doesn't, hey, like you see, man, ain't no Wi-Fi here, though. We 25 miles from the nearest Wi-Fi. But I'm gonna bring it to my folks, and like I said, I'm not gonna be on here long. But let's eat up the chat. I got the phone line open. You're more than welcome to try that now if you like. Let's just try the phone line. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't, I'll shut it down and I'll just answer the questions. But I do want to talk about the playoffs. Want to talk about the teams in there. There's been some controversy about, team 3, team 4, which is Ohio State and Notre Dame being in. I think everybody is pretty confident about 1 and 2, which is Alabama and Clemson. So, it is what it is, man. But there's some discrepancies on 3 and 4. So I want to talk about it. I want to see what it's all about. But let me see here real quick. All right. At any moment, if this thing pop off, let me know. I don't want to be talking to cyberspace, man. And let me pop the phone number up here real quick too. So if you want, you guys can try out the phone number. You're more than welcome to do so. And let's get the thing going. All right. So let's talk about it, man. We got Alabama ranked number 1. You have Clemson ranked number 2, which just defeated Notre Dame. Ranked number 3 is Ohio State. Some people are saying, well, they 6-0. They haven't played enough games. They don't have enough body of work in order to be in the playoffs. You understand what I'm saying? So I want to know how you guys feel about the Ohio State being in, right? Even though they're 6-0, to no fault of their own, they missed, I think it was 3 games to no fault of their own. But the ruling was from the Big Ten was if you miss 3 games, you won't be in the playoffs. And again, when the golden child doesn't make it, they change the rules a little bit. So that's what it is, man. Let's see here. And then, of course, you got Notre Dame, who's in at 4, who just lost to Clemson Saturday. You know what I'm saying? And they still in it. So I don't know, man. I need some answers. Like the title say, I'm out here hunting for answers right now. I need to understand how Notre Dame gets in, right? And they just lost to the number 2 team, and they don't even drop out the spot. That part I think is bad. I think this is also another reason why we need to push to extend the playoff teams, the amount of teams, at least 6 minimum. So all Power 5 gets in. I don't see why the West Coast, the Pac-12, doesn't get in. If you look at it, it's always going to be the SEC. It's always going to be the Big Ten. It's always going to be the Big 12. It's always going to be the ACC. And then the Pac-12, I think, just kind of gets left out. And for the past, 5 years, I think since they've implemented this thing, it's always been Ohio State, Clemson, Alabama. I think Alabama was out last year. But it's pretty much the same teams. I don't see why not extend it to 6. Also, I want to bring up a point, too. We talk about the Power 5 teams. Cincinnati, Coach Luke Fickell has a good gripe. They 9-0. They 9-0. And they don't get a chance. Now, it is Cincinnati. I understand that. But at the same time, they 9-0. You understand? So how is this thing? And I think that's the biggest thing when it comes to this. The people don't know what the criteria is. People do whatever they want behind closed doors, but people don't really know what the criteria is. Let me jump into the chat, man, since y'all not jumping on the phone line right now, and I get it. Let me make sure here. Brother James says, certain teams get those good privileges and being pushed up as a nominated in sports, and certain teams get no love. That's a problem. Yeah, I get it. They do. And you know how it is, man. The rich get richer, man. It's also about money. Brad Gibson says Ohio State is one of the 4 best teams in the country, in my opinion, but they're not one of the 4 most deserving. That's a great way to say it. You know what I mean? Think about it. You got teams that haven't played as many games. Right? He's played 6 games. They played 6 games. You got people that play all their games. And I'm going to bring it up. I see everybody talking about Texas A&M. Coach Jimbo Fisher got a real good gripe about his stuff. You know what I'm saying? Bottom, what's up with you, man? Hey, you see I'm out here, man, living. I'm out here in Georgia, man. I ain't going to be on here long. I got to go get my rifle. I got to go do some hunting, man. See if I can find some answers on the antler of one of these deer out here, man. Let's see what's going on. Matt Crab, what's up? I ain't seen you in a long time. You ain't been around. Texas A&M should have been chosen over Notre Dame. I have no problem with Ohio making it. I agree with that 100%. I do think Texas A&M should have been pushed in. I just don't see how you lose, even though you lost to a higher team. You think about it. they really could potentially have a third matchup. I don't think they'll see each other. I think Alabama will beat Notre Dame, but I just don't think it's fair. You know what I mean? Because you do have teams like Texas A&M that have been balling out of control, been beating big teams. I mean, even Cincinnati, I think, in my opinion, they got a good gripe. They 9-0, man. So that's tough right now. All right, let me see here. And I'm gonna bring up something Mac Brown said when they brought it up to him. He was talking about UNC, and he brought it up. Let me see here. Here we go. Deron Black 3850 says Ohio State just haven't really proved this year that they are all the third best team. It's not likely they dominated all 6 games. I put it this way. My thing about Ohio State is my only problem with Ohio State is I do think they may be deserving to be in it. The problem is you didn't play 3 games. That puts you out. I think that puts you out of it. And that was clearly stated by the Big Ten. Once that happened to them, then all of a sudden, they went, I guess, had a closed door meeting, went in the back room and said, guess what? We got to get the golden child in there because we got to make sure, the Big Ten is a part of this deal. So, I mean, of course, they may be pushed in, but that's the thing about rules, man. People want to follow rules, but then when it's not convenient for them, we want to change them. So I have no idea. Let me know if the video has gotten any better. Again, I'm off a hotspot right now. I'm working off the phone deal, man, but we're going to make it happen. Let me see here. Bottom says it's BS. Alabama versus Clemson, part 27. Part 27. I'm loving it, man. You're right. I mean, it's the same thing over and over. And I don't see why we don't extend the playoffs. I don't see why we can't have 6 teams. I don't see why, for example, I just don't see how we can't have the Power 5 programs in there, and we take one group of 5 program who again, they may dominate on. But to go back to Mac Brown's point, was what he was saying. I thought this was a great idea. He was saying even when he was commentating, when he was doing the commentary, he thought it should have been this way, was that the Power 5 schools have, of course, their national championship. The group of 5 schools have their national championship. Because ultimately, let's be honest, no group of 5 schools is ever going to make it to the national championship. I mean, that's what you've been seeing with UCF, the way they've been fighting, quote unquote, the national champions. They had to name themselves national champions, but they had a good gripe. I mean, they were undefeated. I mean, Scott Frost had them going. Now Josh Heupel had them going. So I totally understand, man. I just think they need to break up schools like USF, FIU, Louisiana. I mean, they may beat a Power 5 program, but they still not going to get enough votes in order to get in. All right, we got a call coming in. Let's check it out right quick. Hopefully it works. Let's see what it sounds like. Caller, talk to me. Give me your name, where you calling from. All right, real quick, Slim Shady, because you my first caller. I'm off a hot spot. I just need somebody in the give me a thumbs up so we're not just talking to the air and they can delay. So if you guys can, real quick, put a thumbs up. Let me know you can hear him, and we'll just do a quick testing, man. I'm trying something new, Slim, man. Let me see here real quick if you guys can hear him clearly. Come on. They said they can't hear you. All right, let me try this. Hold on, Slim. This might be on my end. All right, Slim, do me a little quick test. HH Mario, do me a favor. Let me know if you can hear Slim. Kane Juice 305. Let me know. Go ahead, Slim. Say a couple of words. All right, we should get a couple of thumbs up real quick to let me know if you can hear you or not, man. I hope they can. But if not, I'll take your question and then I'll relay it and then I'll try and answer it. It's a lot better, man, when I'm in the city, man. It's a lot better when I'm in the city. Metcalf said he still can't hear you. So here we go, man. I'm gonna just take your question, Slim, man. If you don't mind, I'm gonna just take it and I'm gonna ask or re-say it out to the audience, and then I'll go ahead and answer it. So go ahead, man. Talk to us. Okay, so what he said was right. So what he said was he was asking why did Ohio State get in because the committee, the selection committee, never actually put any criteria or conditions against a minimum, but yet the Big Ten did. Let me see here. You can hear just not good. Okay. Well, in my opinion, Slim, what I think is it's about money, right? And the Big Ten has done a lot of things. I don't think they've thought out a lot of this stuff. They made their own rules starting from the very beginning, right? If you really think about it, starting from the very beginning, when they didn't play, didn't want to play, then all of a sudden they pop back in, right? And then now they're saying, okay, well, we're going to play, but yet if you miss 3 games, you can't be in the national championship. I think the right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing, and nobody's on the phone talking with the selection committee as well as, talking with the Big Ten or however that goes. But at the end of the day, to answer your question in one quick word, money. That's what it's all about, money. Mm. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I think all of my personal opinion, man, is that and well, what he said was 13 of the committee members are Northwestern committee members, and so therefore they're going to put a Big Ten person in. But my opinion is, I think all of the Power 5 conferences should be represented, plus one, which would be one of the Group of 5. That way, everybody's represented, because you got teams like Oregon or USC or whatever when they come along. Somebody's going to get left out. And I just don't think it's fair that everybody gets represented. And then you use the games, for example, you don't have to worry about a 2 team in there and then you leaving out the Pac-10 or the Pac-12 or whatever the case may be. You understand what I'm saying? No, you're right. But my thing is, I agree with that. And so what he was saying, hopefully you guys can hear it. But what he was saying was, if he agrees with me with the Power 5, but the Group of 5 guys, he was saying maybe you can pick another one from that group. I'm gonna tell you why I disagree, Slim, is the fact of why not have a Cinderella team in there? I mean, who's to say? What if let's say UCF was to come in there? Let's just think about it. And they did, let's say they didn't make it to the Natty, but they did put somebody down. You see it all the time in basketball. The Cinderella team comes in and knocks off a big dog. That helps those programs and those conferences recruit even better players. So therefore you just don't have a juggernaut of a team out of Alabama. And I'm not saying I love to see teams like Alabama, Ohio State. I love to see dominant teams. But at the same time, it's enough talent to spread the wealth. Sure. Mm. Agreed. So what he was saying, guys, is that he was saying that if you look at it, they were all blowout teams. Blowout games. And as a fan, you want to see good games. And again, I agree. You do want to see good football. But I think it's going to help if you take that opportunity and one of these young teams get in there and Just imagine, right? How you had, of course, things happen, but let's just, and it's way different, but I'm just making a parallel here. Imagine when you had the Louisiana when they beat Alabama that time, but imagine if that happens in the championship playoffs. Whoa, what a story. That's all I'm saying. I'm just thinking, I mean, if you think about it, everybody's represented. You know what I mean? Everybody's represented. And if you want to be in, you got to get into you got to win you have to win your conference. Because usually that's how playoffs go. You win your division and everything, and that person gets in. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. But then also, like I said, when those teams get in, that also gives those conferences, it gives those players, it gives those recruits more to look forward to. You know what I mean? Than just a bowl game. It gives them more of an opportunity, to say, man, we could be, and that's just it. Sometimes you got to give people hope, like the word maybe. Mm-hmm. If you lose a conference if you lose a conference championship game, you shouldn't be in. And that's the problem what's going to happen with Notre Dame right now. Like so what he said, Carl, I don't know if you guys can hear him. I tried to make some adjustment. So give me a quick thumbs up if you can hear him. But if you can't, then I'll keep relaying the message. What he was saying was, if you lose a conference championship game, you shouldn't be in. And I agree with that. You know what I mean? But here's the question. If you lose the conference championship game, you shouldn't be in. But then in the same breath, are we saying if you don't even go to the conference championship, should you get in? That's what I'm saying. So no, but I'm saying, so teams that were not even in their conference championship, do they get in? Oh, we got a thumbs up. Can you guys hear him, Eddie? Maybe I fixed it. Hey man, I'm not just a coach, Slim. You know what I'm saying? I'm a computer engineer, my brother. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Oh man, I appreciate it, man. So real quick, brother James. All right, let me see, man. No, we can't hear him. Chocolate Thunder said we just hear, but brother James said he got a thumbs up. I don't know what's going on. Needs to be louder. I'm not sure why I got it loud as it can go. But yeah, man. So I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man, for coming on and watching and everything. And I'm see, hopefully, man, maybe if I drop this call and pick up another one, you're more than welcome to call back in, though, son. Definitely, man. I appreciate you. Thanks a lot, man. Okay, bye now. All right. Hopefully that went through, man. Hopefully I think I fixed it. If I didn't, people say it needs to be louder. I'm not really sure what's going on, but we're gonna try and get it going. I'm off a hot spot right now. We're gonna make it happen. I just didn't want to go that long without talking about it as news is breaking. I'm out here. I'm getting ready to go hunting here in a few minutes. It's 3:48. I'm off of here at 4 o'clock, so I can go grab my rifle and we can make it happen. Let me see. Eddie says, all right, the problem is we can hear you, but not the caller. Right. I'm just trying to see. I can hear him clear. I'm not sure why it's not coming through, but I'm working on it. But anyhow, as I work on it, I'm gonna talk to you guys. So a lot of things he said, which was valid. But again, like I said, I just think if you get one of the group of 5 programs, one of those conferences in there, and I think they need to have their own playoff system, personally. They need to have their own national championship. because it's only fair. I mean, if you think about it, the other programs do it, right? The FCS programs did it. So why can't they do it? Why can't they do those things? I remember Youngstown used to be killing people for those championships and stuff, man. So I think it gives the young players something to fight for, something to play for as well, besides just a big bowl game. And, just besides the Go Hunting Bowl or something like that. It give them something to fight for. So real quick, put in the chat. Let me see. I got another caller. Well, they hung up. But I'm trying to see if I can get a caller to jump on here. All right. So real quick, all right. So talking about those, man, we got a big prediction. I want to know also from a prediction standpoint, I want to know who's going to win the Natty, right? Is it going to be a Clemson, Ohio State again? Huh? Who's going to win the whole Natty out here? That's all I'm looking for. And it's going to be at the crib. It's going to be in Miami. You can't ask anything better than that. Also, my beloved Canes are in the Cheez-It Bowl. Lord have mercy. We're in the Cheez-It Bowl, man. So they're playing on December 29th in Orlando. Unfortunately, I won't be there. I'll actually be in Miami to hometown, being with family and friends. So, real quick, Coach. All right, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out if it's Clemson, Coach. We're gonna see. I don't know. They tough right now. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you're calling from, and let me know, guys, in the comment section if you can hear them.
Coach Sheridan.
All right, hold on one second, Coach. Boy, it's tough out here trying to hunt and do all this stuff, man. Let me see here. The show never ends, baby. All right, real quick, Coach. Let me see real quick. Can everybody hear him? Coach Sheridan, what's going on?
Hello, hey, what's going on?
What's up, man? I don't know. I'll relay the message, man. We're gonna make it happen. What's going on with you? Yeah, so real quick, I'm not sure if everybody heard Coach Sheridan just saying that Texas A&M did lose to Alabama early in the season, lost pretty big, but it did get better as the season went on. And so again, that's my biggest gripe, and that's my biggest complaint as well, is that Notre Dame, right? Yeah, they beat Clemson earlier to no fault of their own. There were some major pieces missing from Clemson. We can call a what if, but you know how that goes. But then they come back and they get demolished a week ago, or a couple of days ago, rather. And so then how does that constitute they still rank number 4 to be in it? I just think there's a real issue with that. But again, we always know that Notre Dame gets the hype. Notre Dame is going to always get the top ranking. I think Notre Dame one time was 0-11. They came back in the top 25 next year, right? Because they're a big money school. They're gonna draw big dollars. So again, this thing is all about money. So that's how I look at it. Okay. All right, real quick. So Coach Sheridan said that their schedule was nowhere near as tough, meaning Notre Dame's schedule was nowhere near as tough as Texas A&M. And that's true. And that's true. I mean, they had a great season. They had a lot of things going on. I just find it hard for a team that lost. And we know how college football is. If you're gonna lose, you better lose in week 1 or 2. That's how it used to be. If you lose in week 7, 8, 9, you might well call it out, call it quits. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna say this, and I know y'all might boo me, but I don't care. My Hurricane lost to North Carolina, so why we ain't in it? Why we can't be in it? Why we can't be in a Power Six? A New Year's Six bowl, huh? Using that same logic. Let's be honest with you. You know, so I just think it's all bad, man. Real quick, DTX, I just saw you. He said, Coach, just joined. Where you at and what you hunting, man? Look here, man. I'm in Georgia right now, D. You know how I do. You know how I get down, man. I'm finna put it in. I'm getting off here actually in 6 minutes. I actually was experimenting a little bit to see if I could do this. So every time I come up here, I could go live. I'm working off a hotspot right now. I'm working off my hotspot, man, off my phone. It probably sucks. Guess what? He got a phone. Get that crap out of here, man. It doesn't work. So we're going to find something better. We're going to make it happen. And we're going to get the call. I know you said you couldn't hardly hear the caller. I'm working on that. I don't know what the deal is when it comes to that, but we'll get it fixed, man. But I'm going to definitely get out of here in a few seconds. I just wanted to kind of talk about this a little bit because it was breaking that the committee did pick Notre Dame. I mean, I'm even okay with Ohio State, if you want to be honest with you. But my only issue with Ohio State was the simple fact that they only played 6 games, right? Also, I just don't. That's 3 games short of everybody else. We talk about wear and tear on the body. We talk about injuries. All those things play a factor, right? Because now let's flip the script. If injuries don't play a factor, right? If injuries don't play a factor, then we can't say, well, Notre Dame beat Clemson because Trevor Lawrence wasn't in and Tyler Davis wasn't in. See, we can't grab the double-edged sword and expect not to get cut. And that's my biggest problem right now. The problem is that we got certain rules for some teams, some certain rules for other teams. And that's where the problem lies. So that's something I think the committee needs to fix. And let me see here. All right, real quick. John, what's up with you, man? He says, you heard it first on Coach Hayes football. The Sooners are going to destroy Florida. We'll see. We'll see. Hey, and speaking of the Sooners, they started off rocky, man, but they finished out tough as well. So that's a good deal, And I got to say this about the Florida team, man. That was a good fight. That was a great game, man. And that brings question back to my Bama fans out there. Don't kill me. I don't know about the defense. Is this going to be another high-scoring game? Because here's the difference I personally think between Florida and Clemson. Clemson has a running game. I don't think Florida really has an established running game. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Because, again, I think Lane Kiffin actually opened up everything, and he kind of exposed Alabama's DBs a little bit by the way they were throwing the ball, and they were in a shootout. You understand what I'm saying? But and we know Trevor Lawrence can throw the ball. I mean, that dude's unconscious, man. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of defensive coordinators in America right now, especially in the ACC, that's happy that dude going to the NFL. It's a lot of people super excited about that. All right. Real quick. Trevor didn't make a difference in the Clemson win, though. The defense did. A poor play by Ian Book. I don't know about that, man. Sometimes presence alone is enough to make a play. Ask Deion Sanders. When one man can stop you from throwing to the left side of the field, that's making an impact. Now, he may not have stats to prove it, but that's making an impact. All right? Because one thing about it, that dude can turn on at any moment. And that's all I'm saying. Real quick, man, shout out to James Motta. Love the show and channel, Coach. Thank you, man. And again, I hate the fact the production is a little crazy. I just tried something new. I packed up all the equipment, put it in the car. Let's ride. We going hunting. And I say, man, why not do it out here? Beautiful scenery, beautiful atmosphere. Let's go get some deal with it and make it happen. I already got 2 hogs down already. So we got them, and I actually had a chance to bust a coyote, but them jokers smart. Them coyotes smart, man. Listen, they tough. It ain't easy to get a coyote. I can tell you that right now. I know y'all like, this some country stuff you talking about, Coach. Let me see. Brother James, how you rank 10 and then fall to 18? That's not right with only 2 losses. I'm going to say this, Brother James, and I'm talking about calling something a spade a spade. I think that's a fair. I think we should have been 18 by the performance that we put on. I'm just calling a spade a spade. That's not I'm not hating on my Canes. I'm just being honest about my Canes. We should be 18 after. Come on, bro. 550? 62 points? You call it what you want to call it. I'm just telling you. It is what it is. I think that's fair. Now here's where the problem is. You look at it, Notre Dame. They lose to a team and they still in the top 4. Come on, man. And you losing late. You didn't lose early where you could earn yourself back up. You lost late. So real quick, man, it is 4 o'clock. I'm finna go get my rifle. I'm finna go bust some deal open. I just want to jump on, get my opinion. I wish it could have been better, but I'm actually glad it wasn't better because guess what? I would have stayed here the whole time and not have an opportunity to get back out there in the woods, man. But when I get back, we're going to do some more WREs. We're kind of off right now. A lot of the kids have committed already, and now we're going to transition into the class of 2022. We will still do some 2021 guys, kind of the ones that's left over, the ones that did sign, or maybe some of the guys that have not signed, the big top dudes that haven't signed. I think like in Corey Foreman hasn't signed yet, the big time D tackle, so forth. And we'll make it happen. But see, this is why I'm glad the phone line wasn't working either. Let me go and cut that off right now. Right here. Hey, Lakers all day. That boy said, Coach, if we lose the damn cheese bowl, we have to fire everybody. If we lose the Cheez-It Bowl, bro, and here's the problem. We already lost some key players. I think Phillips, see, I didn't want to get into this guy. I got to get off. Phillips is just declared for the league. So he's not going to play. These guys not playing in these bowl games and declare. Would you play in the Cheez-It Bowl and you about to go to the NFL? Man, please. I'm not. So you understand what I'm saying? Real John says Oklahoma State is tough out for Miami. I think it is, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man, because we're gonna lose these pieces. And before that bowl game, somebody else gonna come out too. What? Trust me. They're gonna go in there and they're gonna do their little breakdown, and the agent gonna be in their ear saying, look, don't risk it because you're not that high on the board. Definitely if you get a little nick or injury, that's gonna push you down even further. So I don't know. You may see a couple of more guys coming out. I definitely know that De'Aaron King is going to play because I feel 99.9% sure that he's going to come back. He's definitely going to come back, man. But real quick, I'm about to get Joshua. Extra toasty cheese is good, though. They are good, though. I ain't going to lie to you. They good. Well, hey, do them boys get a lifetime supply of Cheez-Its for going to this bowl game? What's the deal? Uh-oh, hold on. Notre Dame deserves to be in. That's facts. I don't know if that's facts, man. Only reason I say it's not facts is because you just lost 4 days ago or 3 days ago, right? And it wasn't even close enough. It wasn't even a shootout. You understand? So it wasn't even close enough. That's what I'm trying to say is that if it was a barn burner, maybe so. You know what I'm saying? Like, say if it was like the Florida LSU game where it was to a possession. I mean, literally a cleat made the difference in that game. If it was that style of game, maybe I say, you know what? I would love to see, Tigers versus Fighting Irish, part 2 or whatever. But come on, I don't know about that. All right. Cortland, real quick, say, hey, I got your tweet too, man. And so WRE, I don't know if you read it yet, but a lot of people ask me, what does WRE stand for? It stands for watch, react, and evaluate. So instead of me saying watch, react, and evaluate, I just try to be cool and call it WRE. So it's watch, react, and evaluate. So that's what we do when we look at that talent right there. And go ahead and copy a Polio Timmy shirt on CoachHayesFootball.com. Let me see here. Thank you. That's all I needed to hear right now. Go get that 12-point buck. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not looking at it anymore. I'm going to go back and look at this while I'm in the deal stand. Hopefully I got a little reception. I'm going to see how bad or good it was, what I can change to make it different. And I may go again live tomorrow if I can fix this stuff. But other than that, man, I'm out of here. I appreciate you guys. Let me see how long we've been on. 41 minutes. That's good for me. I like it. Hope it was all good. Just something to put on your mind when we jump back on. Definitely, I have everything working, man. Again, you know, technology, man. I threw my hotspot over there somewhere, so I don't even know if the doggone thing working. But we'll holler at you, man. Appreciate you. And with all that, man, I'm out of here. Let me see here. Let me see here. I'm not going to answer no more questions. I'm going with you, James Motter. I'm going to get this 12-point buck. And I got him on my trail cams too. I call him hat rack. So when I walk in the house, I just throw my hat up there and it land on one of them antlers, man. But with all that being said, I'm out of here. You guys take it easy. And like I say, we out. And Coach Hayes gonna holler at you. Go to CoachHayesFootball.com. Pick up your merch. That does help this channel so I can get a better hotspot around here, man. And I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna holler at you.
RenderForest.com